What is up, y'all? Nick K here. Welcome to day 137 of the bodybuilding prep. It is November 30th, 2025. We just passed Thanksgiving. We spent the whole weekend seeing family, friends, being able to celebrate with them while eating the bodybuilding foods that I've had. And I was not able to indulge on some good Thanksgiving food. However, I have missed out on Thanksgiving before throughout wrestling in high school, so it's not too bad. I was a bit peckish just because all the conversations during Thanksgiving will revolve around me not being able to have food. People asking me how bodybuilding is going, but nonetheless, it was a blessing to be able to celebrate with them. Plus, the social life aspect of being on prep has been non-existent lately because as of the last 53 days, I've cut out drinking, I've cut out Zins, aka nicotine, and yeah, so really just have not been doing a lot besides focusing in on bodybuilding, which this is the hardest I've been able to, I guess, stay dialed and work out. I literally track everything from my morning weight till my weight before and after taking shits. It is wild, so I can like nail this shit down to a science on how my body responds to certain stuff. But yeah, I've just been obsessed with it. It's been consuming my life. And the whole goal for this is to just limit test my mind. I've been lifting for 12 years. I've been bodybuilding officially for 137. But I want to be able to say I can get an IFBB Pro card naturally because ever since I was a kid, I'd always see IFBB Pro on Instagram to be like, well, this guy is insane. He's a bodybuilder. And I didn't know it was possible until now. So what started off as a 5 week prep has turned into a 20-week prep. They say journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and it's this whole time I've just been taking steps, not focused on the end goal. I've just been carried away. So throughout the whole prep, my body has hit recomposition, which means that I've been gaining muscle and losing fat, which is crazy because I never would have thunk it that was possible in the 12 years of experience I have lifting. But anything is possible as long as you're willing to adapt. So yeah, having a coach, shout out Caleb, he's the man. Really helps, and just being a student too. As for me mentally right now, how I'm feeling 13 days out from prep, I would say I feel just pretty empty. You know, like lights on, nobody is home right now. Prep brain is like in full effect right now. Just being in a caloric deficit, I feel tired, drained. But the only way I like feel like I can exert a great value out of thinking right now is just moving my body. That's it. Like life stuff happens in life where it can stress you out, whatever. But in the gym, I'm not even joking. That is the only thing just carrying me right now. Is just being able to work out. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, 137 days. I've been gymming 4 to 5 hours a day, 2.5 hours of working out, 30 minutes of eating. The rest is doing cardio, abs, as well as posing. Posing has been taking up so much of my time, but like they say, a tool is only as good as how you use it. You know, you don't use a hammer to unscrew a Phillips screw. You use a screwdriver. So a tool is only as strong as you use it. It's the same with bodybuilding. Your physique is only as good as how you present it. Kind of like a job interview. You know, you're only gonna get hired based off of how you present yourself. So that's why posing is super important. But you also might be asking, why am I gymming 4 to 5 hours a day? Don't you have a life outside of it? No, not really. And also throughout this journey, there's been tons of phases of self-doubt. And one thing I can say is sometimes in those moments of self-doubt, you just got to ride the highs, the lows. Some life happens in seasons. Some days you might be living the brightest days or having the brightest summer of your life where everything's going right. The sun is shining, the birds are flying, everything's going beautifully. Some days you're having the coldest winters where everything's so bitter, cold, you're wondering if the sun will even ever shine again. But just realize the highs, the lows, everything returns to baseline. It's a cyclical balance, ups, downs, ups, downs. For example, look at like a person as successful as Will Smith when he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Like the same ground that raised you can bring you down. So I've just been trying to stay level headed throughout this process. The biggest thing about this whole process, it's been transformative spiritually for me. I don't know where the roads ahead are going to lead. You know, I'm just 26, trying to figure out life ultimately. But I just want to document this journey because nothing's ever guaranteed. And my back's kind of against the wall, but that's like the best time, you know, and there's no plan B. If you eliminate the exits, that's how you force destiny to open the door ahead of you. And I have a lot of cards up my sleeves. So this is one big, I would say, article of faith. And what's even scarier is to show that faith because you could still get judged or persecuted for it. So this is the journey of me just trying to find myself no matter what people say now. The number one thing I found out is I'm my biggest hater. So I may have haters out there, but the only way they'll succeed is if I side with them. So as long as I'm the biggest hater of myself in a sense, nobody can outbest me. So it's kind of contrarian thought, but we're just gonna fucking send it. Ain't there's a thousands of reasons to not do something, thousands of excuses. However, there's only one reason to do it, and it's ain't nothing to it but to do it. So if your mission is truly altruistic and your purpose is greater than your pain, and you are a good human being, why should you let the opinions and whims of other people dictate what you do? That is what has given me the courage to realize the power in my voice and to not just live it out, act it out, but show you guys how having the courage to show you guys without judgment. All right, in Meat Rocket, we are now on cardio. This is the Cibex Arc Trainer. It's like an elliptical machine. I really love this machine because it syncs pretty well with my Garmin watch, like matching the caloric burn. More importantly, to track cardio, you want to track not calories, but beats per minute, heart rate. And the heart rate on this matches my watch very consistently, like 100% of the time compared to the treadmill. So during prep, you always want to make sure what you track is consistent rather than variable. And whatever enters my body or whatever my body exerts for energy, you always want to keep that consistent. But yeah, I was just eating before this, and something really, really cool happened. I was eating, microwaving my food. Some dude came up to me and said, "Yo, bro, like you ended up popping up on my For You page, and you're stating something from Jim Rohn, and I like Jim Rohn a lot. So I heard you talking about it, and then I kind of looked at your page and I subscribed. And I was like, dude, that's so dope, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What's your name?" His name was Mo. So shout out, Mo. If you see this video, I really appreciate your comment, man. And that just motivates me. That really gave me the confidence to just keep going, pushing forward, you know? So That was really cool. That's kind of the main fuel motivation, and that inspires me even more than my mentors, being able to share what they shared with me. All I am is literally the accumulation of the will of those before me. And my purpose on this earth is to share all these philosophical weapons, tools in my arsenal in order to defeat the darkness within myself and just in the world. So just become better human being, limit test mentally, physically, spiritually. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna rep this cardio session. Got about 67 more minutes. So, whew, whew. Alrighty, y'all. That is 700 calories worth of cardio on the Garmin watch. It says 400, but yeah, so we're gonna go hit Sam's Club, buy some rabbit food. I'm having my heart rate super high. That wraps up cardio. We're gonna go hit Sam's Club, buy some lettuce, and do some posing at Cult Fitness.